previously on Ballz.
In the hotel in is it Dunedin? Is julle daar? Dunedin se plek?
Ja, hier in die koue Dunedin.
Ja, hoe koud is dit daar?
Ek weet nie, vanmiddag was baie koud, maar gelukkig was die dak toe van die stadion, so dit help bietjie.
O, so speel julle in 'n 2-dak stadion hierdie naweek?
Ja, gelukkig.
Okay. Dis Morne Steyn, die Vrydag voor sy 100ste wedstryd. Ons wil net seker maak, Morne, we're going to make sure, because yesterday we were talking to Brian Abana about his 100th, and then suddenly Brian came back and said, no, it's his 101st. No one knew that last week was his 100th. So, dis definitief jou 100ste, nee?
Ja, nee, ek het ook self Brian vandag eens op Twitter gelukkig gesê, en toe hoor ek ook, het was al laas naweek, so ek soek maar net soos julle in die moeilikheid.
Niemand het geweet nie. Ek dink Supersport het 99 gehad voor verlede week se game, so almal het gedink hierdie week is sy 100ste, maar he's not fazed by it. He's not even going to run out in front of the team this week. You will be though. You'll be running out first in front of the Bulls at Dunedin.
Yeah, definitely. No, I'm looking forward. I think it's a big achievement in any player's career. So yeah, I'm looking forward.
Yeah. Did you ever think, going back in those early years, that you would get 100 games for the Bulls?
Yeah, it was still a long ways. You know, sitting on a bench waiting for my chance behind Derek Ougaard, and yeah, it was quite a while for me to get my first start and to get into the number one slot. But yeah, finally, 100 was still a long way to go there. But yeah, now after a couple of years, I'm there now.
Absolutely. Let's go back to those days with Derek, because I think that was the time when people like you were sitting on the bench, obviously understudy for Derek, very loyal Bull. Was there ever a thought that you thought maybe you might have to move somewhere else to get more game time with the Bulls, or did that never get into your thinking?
Yeah, I think after 3 or 4 years, I had to make that decision, and luckily Derek got the opportunity to go to Leicester. And I think that make my chances a bit of the. I then had the opportunity to stay with the Bulls again. So yeah, I'm quite happy. I've made the right choice and I stay with the Bulls. And now I'm at 100 games.
Nou Morne, hoe het jy dit reg gekry om 'n kontrak by Leicester vir Derek te reël?
Ag, dis maar die mense wie ek ken.
And ever since you got your shot, I mean, you just basically every challenge that came your way, I think in that sort of 2, 3, 4 year period, new challenges got into the side, settled down. I mean, that was the key thing. As soon as you got your own spot in the Bulls side, your career just rocketed from that point onwards.
Yeah, I think that made it a bit easier for me when I knew I was the number one and number 10 jersey. Made life a bit easier for me, and then I can just focus on playing each game and just enjoying it. And yeah, luckily I've got a guardian angel over me to protect me from any injuries, and I think that's the important thing for me over this couple of years.
And I mean, Morne, if you know Morne, and we don't claim to know him exceptionally well. There are obviously people close to that know him very well, but very grounded. The same guy that you probably see the same demeanor on the field as off the field, very calm, doesn't get phased, doesn't panic. How do you do it? How do you manage to keep that same consistency as far as you go? There's no skeletons anywhere. You're never in the media for any other reason other than your on-field achievements. What's the secret?
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing, to stay focused at your job, and your job what you must do, and then just the hours of work on the training field. I think that's the important thing, and the things that give me the confidence to go week in and week out just to perform at my best.
How different has it been now that Fourie's gone, and you obviously got Hokie there, and sort of playing a lot of the rugby now with Hokie, and probably will do for the next few seasons as well as your scrummy. What and obviously you got Jano there as well. But how different is it with after that sort of long-standing partnership with Fourie?
Yeah, I think I started off with Fourie a couple of years ago, and we built a nice relationship. And I think Fourie helped me a lot with my game as well, with the senior guy he's been, and just the great scrum half he has been. One of the world's best. And yeah, like you said, Hogie is there now, different kettle of fish, crazy guy off the field as well. But yeah, I'm enjoying playing with him, and I know anytime we can just give the ball to him, and he'll do something as well. So yeah, I'm glad to play with him and Janu on the bench as well.
Yeah. Have you got any tattoos?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not in Hoogie's class there.
Yeah, does he try and get you? Do the guys try and get you like, come on, get a tattoo or do something out from left field?
No, luckily not. Just my wife tried to get a tattoo for me on my finger with her name on, but I decided against that as well.
Okay, yeah, not a bad move there. So no tattoos, and has Hogie added any more on this trip?
Luckily not. You never know. There's still a week to go, so you never know what can happen.
All right, who's your roomie when you're on tour?
Myself and Wynand is roomies since 2003 now, so it's been almost a couple of years now.
That's Simon's mate, Simon's golf cart partner.
Yeah, also a guy of his own.
Have you got any messages for Wynand?
Yeah, just house it and look forward to a rematch.
Yeah, definitely, anytime. All right, so big game this weekend against the Highlanders. There's South African teams, kind of three of them lurking in playoff positions at the moment as we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of the competition. And the Highlanders... Hulle het gewys hulle kon die span van New Zealand wees wat die ouens moes klop. Hulle het baie goed gelyk so 'n paar weke gelede. Hoe voel julle oor hierdie game hierdie naweek, want dit is belangrik vir julle?
Ja, ons fokus maar net op onsself. Jy weet, ons het met die doel gekom om 4 uit 4 wedstryde te wen op toer en sover het ons goed afgeskop en dit gaan goed. Maar ons weet môre gaan 'n tawwe en harde wedstryd wees. Dit is maar een van die fisieke spanne in Nieu-Seeland, soos meeste van die spanne hierso. Maar ja, sien uit na 'n great battle en ek dink dit gaan weer 80 minute fight wees tot die einde toe.
7:30, I think, our time tomorrow morning. That's when it happens in South Africa. Simon?
I just wanted to know if Morne knows.
Vra vir hom in Afrikaans.
Ek wil net vra of Morne miskien weet hoe goed hy hierdie seisoen doen. I'll have to ask in English. I'm going to stuff it up. I'm going to pawn it so badly. Okay. I'll get so tongue twisted. But I mean, he's had an absolutely incredible season so far. I mean, he's topping the overall points. He's 161 points. He also had the most penalty goals, 32. He's had the most conversions, 27. He's had 2 drop goals, and he's also he's gained the most kicking meters out of hand. He's 4,294 meters out of hand.
Wow.
So he's had an absolute blinder so far. Do you know all those stats?
No, definitely I don't know all those stats. I think Flox League got most of them, but yeah, I think records are there to be broken. So I think that's the guys coming up and still a long season to go. So yeah, we're still
but
waiting.
Not too bad so far.
Yeah, but I definitely had my ups and downs as well. I struggled against the Blues, and I don't know who's the other team, but yeah, so I struggled 1 or 2 games as well. But yeah, like I said, it's going well now, so hopefully I can keep it up.
Yeah, Flocky definitely keeps those stats. He shows Barend every week to take his stats, just making sure he keeps his job. They're very important to Flocky.
He must do something.
All right, Morne, as South Africa's, we've got South Africa's greatest fly half standing by just to on the occasion of your 100th. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yes. Good morning, Derek.
Morning. You can say how's it to Morne?
Morning, Morne. Great to see you guys finally have the best fly off on the radio, and you're talking to Morne as well. That's great.
Hello, Nas. Always nice speaking to the second best flyer in the world.
No, well, listen, I think you need to concentrate a bit more on your kicking, but 100 is a great number.
What do you mean? He said didn't you hear those stats? We just gave you now. I mean, would you have had stats like that?
Look, it's a great number, but if you play 50 games a year, you need to, at some stage, you're going to get to 100, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay. Any message on the occasion of his 100th game, Nas, for Morne?
Well, Darren, not a message really. Just to me, it's a pity he's playing in pink. It's something you can hang on your wall for your grandkids to laugh at. But Morne, have a great game. Try and kick some more drop goals and keep it personal.
Thanks, Nas. I will do so.
Thanks, Nas. We'll hear you on the rugby panel later on this afternoon as well.
Great, thank you, Darren. Push the pause.
Okay, I'll push the off button. There we go. Morne, it's lekker to chat to you, my friend. All the best for your 100th. Well done and congratulations. It's well deserved. You're a real true legend in South African rugby, and we hope you have not only a good weekend, but may the rest of the year go well for you as well.
Thanks, Darren. Nice talking to you guys.
Do you want to get predictions from him
Yes,
quickly?
yes, while we've
Okay,
got it,
last point of business. Net gou as Wynie wil inkom, want verlede week, ek weet nie hoe goed hulle gedoen het saam met Jandre hulle. Maar die voorspellings vir die naweek, so miskien as Wynie so 'n bietjie ook sy mening wil gee, maar hier kom die games in die naweek, sê vir ons wat jy dink.
Okay.
Gelukkig is Wynie weg. Hy's klaar 'n radartjie gaan kry vir hom.
Okay, well the prediction should be a lot better than last week.
Yeah, he butchered those.
Far away.
Okay, Hurricanes, Brumbies.
I'll go for where they're playing.
Wellington.
I'll go for Hurricanes.
Okay, then you guys, Highlanders, Bulls. We won't ask you to predict that one.
Obviously you'll go
Yeah.
Bulls.
Yeah, nie verseker, Darren. Crusaders, Blues in Christchurch.
Crusaders.
Reds, Lions in Brisbane.
Reds.
Cheetahs, Sharks in Bloem.
It's going to be a tough one, but I'll go for the Cheetahs this
Yeah,
time.
everybody.
I've gone Cheetahs too.
Everybody. I'm telling you now, you're all going to be wrong. Yeah.
Stormers, Tars in Cape Town.
Stormers.
And then on Sunday, the Force and against the Rebels in Perth.
That's going to be a good one, but I think the Force will take it.
I went Rebels.
Shame, sorry for you. Alright, Morne, lekker game vir jou, hoor. En stuur groete vir almal daar. Sê vir Wynie dankie dat ons saam met jou vanmiddag of vanoggend ons tyd saam met jou kon praat. Voorspoed. Dankie meneer.
Dis reg, Darren, goed dra vir die mense in Suid-Afrika.
Daar sê Morne, baie dankie. Totsiens.
Bye bye.
There we go. Morne Steyn joining us on Skype from Dunedin.